Hi, my name is Anthony Covert. I'm here to talk about this last Juneteenth event that we just shared here at WSP. I would like to have a big thanks to our state representative that came out and shared in the event with us. I want to say how important it is to have community involvement and how important it is for us to see the people that are in charge of our state or have a say-so with the bills and things that pass in our state, to be able to see the incarcerated individuals be able to mingle and share a moment with their families that they don't get to share often being incarcerated. A couple people on my list I'd like to thank are Tara Simmons for being able to come out and bringing a plethora of people with her. It was amazing to hear her testimony. It was amazing to hear her be raw and authentic with the men, for them to see a story about hope, a story about overcoming, and a story about perseverance. It was very powerful for the men afterwards being able to talk and discuss, and people being able to know and realize that they can achieve anything regardless of their current circumstances. I would also like to thank Penny Bernard. She came out and she jumped right in with the festivities. She came in and was serving food, going around helping people get plates and things like that. It was such an amazing opportunity to see the humility that was shown by our state representative, Mia Gregerson, Sean Peterson. I know I'm forgetting some other names, but everyone else that came out, I want to say a big thank you for coming out and supporting us. You know, community involvement can be very difficult sometimes. Being a person that's incarcerated, it can be very difficult to have people that want to come and invest in the people that have caused harm to the community. What I've learned most recently, I took a class on restorative justice, and that sometimes in order to help the community, you also got to restore power back into the community. And one way you can do that is by the people that caused the harm being able to have the opportunity to kind of help those wrongs, essentially. And through events and community support, I think things like this are possible. We know House Bill 1324, the juvenile points bill, didn't get no retroactivity this time. We're hoping to have some things in the works to be able to bring that retroactivity back. And what does that mean? What is retroactivity? Well, retroactivity is the possibility of being able to right past wrongs. What that means is that things that the justice system is seeing were erroneous in our current time, making that available for the people that were also under those same laws, under those same stipulations that occurred before the bill was put forth. And so the retroactivity is so important because with the juvenile points, what we're saying is that we're no longer holding people accountable for what they did as children. You know, the new brain fact now saying that people don't mature until the age of 25, and it's important that we take that into consideration. And we say, you know, what I did at all shouldn't be me here I am as a third-year-old man, right? So I think it is important to understand all aspects of what activity means and what that means for people's families. And I don't want to downplay the harm that was caused by human offenses. But I feel that as a juvenile, you serve those times, so I can usually punish people for what they did in their past, right? Give them an opportunity to grow. And you so happy that sometimes it takes people longer to get it. But as time progresses, people will eventually understand what it means to not cause harm in the community. Sometimes people need help to understand that. And one thing that I've learned being in other communities is sometimes lacks the ability to help people understand that they harm their communities. It's a very punitive aspect to just punish for what it is you've done. But if you don't help someone correct the behavior, then how do you expect someone to do something different? And so after this event, we talked about restorative justice. What does it mean? What does restorative justice mean for the victim? What does restorative justice mean for the person that caused the harm? You know, Daniel Surratt in her book, Until We Reckon, she says, doing sorry. What does doing sorry look like? You know, there's different opportunities that people have through VOM, with victim offenders mediations. They have letters for the cause harm to write in letters to their victims and explain how remorseful the harm is. And things that people are doing. Like this. We have peace circles where the community rallies around and they pretty much talk about, well, what is it that you needed so you wouldn't have caused this harm in the community? You know, it was an amazing opportunity to be able to explain some of these ideals and stuff like that with the representatives that were at our event. You know, we had family out there. It was pretty warm out there, so people were able to run around and see some cool rags. We had a live band that was comprised of completely incarcerated individuals. We had a rap group that was comprised of incarcerated individuals. We did a balloon toss where men got to be with their kids and toss the balloons back and forth. I also want to give a warm thank you to Whitman College over here in Walla Walla because of their support. The mutual aid, the students' mutual aid came to our assistance and raised over $700 to ensure that family members could be there and the family members' kids could be there. You know, community involvement is very important. Community involvement means that you haven't given up on us. Because at the end of the day, the men inside of here and the women, don't let me forget about the women that are also in the women's facilities around the state. They will be returning back to the community. And it's up to the community to help them in some capacity to understand what does it mean to be an effective member of society, as well as the accountability of the individual that is returning. But what is being offered inside of the facility that allows for to be able to really make that change? You know, some of the programs and stuff, they offer some assistance, but I feel that they need to be more hands-on. And sometimes us inside of the facilities, we don't know what the community is looking for because all we've done is caused harm to our community. And sometimes we need to hear that. We need to hear about the harm that you caused for you to really see what it is that you've done. And so with the community involvement, it's not only saying that we haven't given up on you as a community, but we're also invested in your return back into the community to see you make a change. I'm interested in wanting to know more opinions about what people think about community involvement inside of the correctional facilities. I'm interested to know what people think could be done to help reduce recidivism. A big thing that we're facing right now is mental health. Most recently, we just had 3 suicides in the last week over in the what we call the bar units, which is Bacon Adams and Rainier units. And it is disheartening to know that people are struggling mentally with having to cope with this time. And I feel a way to thwart that is by getting more community involvement, letting people know that they're worth it, letting them know that they're bigger than their crime that they committed, whether they've taken a life, whether they robbed somebody, whether they did drugs, whatever crime may have you. I don't believe anyone has redemption. I believe everybody deserves an opportunity, and let the opportunity come. And those that don't want it, there may be time where they will want it. But I feel with more community involvement, with more people from the community coming in and saying, you know what, I want to give you an opportunity, I believe that there'll be a shift, there'll be a change. And I believe that shift and that change comes with the merging of both incarcerated and the community. Like I said, if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me through Securus Technologies. Anthony Covert, DOC number 335988, and get involved. I'm currently at Washington State Penitentiary, a resident at the Median South Complex, and I am an active member of the Black Prisoners Caucus here at the Median South Complex. And I'm also a lead organizer for Look to Justice. I encourage you to also get onto looktojustice.org to be able to see what it is that you can do to help push some of these bills and things that we're working towards and that we're trying to get done. I think it's very important that the community knows and understands the things that we're doing to make a change and the things that we're doing to try to help out the people who are being incarcerated. And so I encourage you to get on there, get their newsletters, and show some support. And like I said, if you have any questions, please hit me up. Thank you all for your time, and I'm very grateful to have this opportunity.